So Africa gained their fourth UFC champion, of course. Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of The Corner Flag, and as you can see by the title, we are talking UFC today, and it is UFC 297 Sean Strickland versus Dricus Duplessis. And what an event it was, a lot of great fights that we saw, and let's just get into this video about what we thought about this bout. Okay, so this fight was highly anticipated. A lot of shit talking before this event actually took place. We even saw Sean Strickland attacking Dricus Duplessis in the crowd before this. So we always thought, yeah, this is probably going to be a war. It's probably going to be a war. Stylistically speaking, before they fought, we always thought, it was always going to be a tough one. Dricus Duplessis is a very versatile fighter, but he doesn't necessarily seem very, how can I say, like, he doesn't seem like he's the best striker in the world or the best grappler in the world, but he's great enough at both to create a problem for you, right? Sean Strickland, on the other hand, in the fight that we saw, we thought maybe we might have put on a little bit more pressure, similar to what he did against Adesanya, but Dricus, of course, does present a different type of danger, right? He has a lot of power, so if you do make a mistake with Dricus, he can knock you out. I do believe that this is his first fight that ended in a split decision, and that's when he won the title, ironically. But before then, it has always been finishes or submissions. So Dricus is not the type of fighter who we even thought that would be a 5-round fighter, right? He seems like the type of guy, 1-2 rounds gets you out of there, or you get him out of there, and it's done. So great performance from him today. Round one, I would say it was a little bit shaky. You could tell that Dricus was a little bit nervous. Sean Strickland, very technical. The whole fight, he was just fighting behind his jab, kept his hands high up, right? And he evaded really well, of course. Like, he uses his head kind of similar to Adesanya. Didn't really move his body too much, but his head was moving out of the way. Dricus had a lot of trouble, especially because you're throwing a lot of those overhand rights, and not too many of them found success. He did also throw a lot of low kicks as well, which Sean Strickland was absolutely brilliant at checking. I was rubbing my own shin thinking that, wow, that looks like it hurt, right? So Sean was really smart, very technical in that aspect. Checked, as you said, checked a lot of those leg kicks, was tipping to the stomach a lot, especially in the first round a lot. So I'd probably say that he took round one. And I'll say that from round two, as soon as the round ended, if you're a South African or you're a Dricus Duplessis fan, you're probably very nervous at this point, because it looked like, it wasn't the normal Dricus. He seemed a little bit nervous, a little bit flustered, like he was kind of like rushing it, but he gave us a smile after the first round. So I think that was okay, cool. Maybe he's still in this, at least mentally he's still in the game, even though he didn't really do too well in round one. Round two, he definitely brought the fire, overwhelmed Sean Strickland with volume. He was there with the overhands, started switching up his low kicks because he saw that they were getting checked, and started going more towards the body and more towards the head as well. And those actually found success because he doesn't really telegraph those. Even the way he throws it, it almost feels like it's a low kick, but then it ends up coming high. And I think it surprised Sean Strickland quite a lot because he was always prepared to check those low kicks. So each time he was prepared to check the low kick and it came up high, it kind of surprised him, right? But some brilliant boxing from Sean Strickland. That was the crispiest boxing that we've seen in a while. Maybe he could have had a little bit more volume, especially because he looked like he was countering Dricus very well. So maybe if he had a little bit more volume, we could have had a different result maybe. But from Dricus' perspective, fought an awesome fight, showed off the full tools that he has. Started going for the takedowns as well, because Sean Strickland, of course, is a very upright fighter, right? So his hips were just there for the taking, for those double leg takedowns. And Dricus nailed those every time. Didn't really seem like he had like a plan after the takedown, of course. He just pinned him towards the floor and, at some point let him go, and like with a 1-2 at the end of it. But it didn't really seem like there was a game plan after the takedown, right? So it kind of seemed like it was more so a thing to give Sean something to worry about. He is a jiu-jitsu black belt as well, so Sean is kind of trouble on the ground. He is dangerous also. Maybe this is why Dricus didn't try to do too much on the ground. Just maybe throw his game off and, you know, make him think, okay, this guy could be coming for a takedown, he could be coming up front. Threw a lot of those spinning back fists as well. So it was really a successful fight from Dricus' perspective whenever he was throwing those unconventional shots, right? So those spinning back fists, switch body kicks, switch hip kicks, you know, as soon as he was throwing those, at some point I saw he even tried to go for an elbow, right? Yeah, so Dricus he has quite a few tools in his arsenal, and because he throws them so awkwardly, it is always trouble for his opponent. So congratulations to him. So Africa gained their 4th UFC champion, of course, after Ngannou, since he has then left. Kamaru Usman was a champion, but since losing his title to Rocky, Leon Edwards, of course, and Adesanya, who recently lost his title to Strickland, who now lost his title to Dricus Duplessis. But at the end of that, Dricus did, of course, call out Adesanya. So it will be interesting to see what's going to happen here, whether Strickland is going to get an opportunity to get his rematch first before going after Adesanya, with Adesanya, because he also didn't get his rematch either, if he's going to get priority and fight. But it does seem like if you're a champion, you do get a little bit more leeway in terms of who you want to fight for you. So yeah, congratulations to Dricus Duplessis, congratulations to South Africa. We just gained our first UFC champion. So I think this is going to bring a lot of eyes towards South Africa. We do have our own promotion here, of course, EFC. So maybe it will be an opportunity for some of those guys to get their shot and go over to the UFC as well. So currently we have, I think, a total of 5 African fighters and 2 South African fighters, being Cameron, what is his last name? Why is his last name escaping me? But he's Dricus's teammate over at CIT. Yeah, so Cameron, very talented fighter as well. Dricus Duplessis, of course, being the other South African, Francis Ngannou, Adesanya, and Kamaru Usman being the other Africans as well. And one last thing, I did see in between Coach Morne Fissa, congratulations to his team, but I don't personally think that, he did right by Dricus. I think he should have given Dricus a lot more, especially considering that it was his title fight. Each time it cut to in between the rounds, we heard Coach Morne say, he's tired, go after him. But he has been saying that since round 1, right? I really wish for the title fight, he could have given Dricus a little bit more concrete advice, Sean was always up here with the boxing. His guard was always high up and he was always moving his head, but not his body. And Dricus had a lot of trouble connecting to the head because he's head hunting, but he kept missing. So from there, I would have expected for Coach Morne to say, okay, cool, Dricus, this guy, as soon as he dodges his head, but his body's wide open. Go for the body. Go for the body, punch a hole in his gas tank, and make sure that if he's tired, then you can reach him a little bit more, which is what happened. As soon as Sean Strickland started tiring a little bit more, Dricus started getting closer and started connecting a little bit more. So those are the type of things that I wish Coach Morne would have given Dricus. But Dricus is an excellent fighter, very experienced as well. So he made adjustments on his own, showed his toughness as well, showed his versatility, and tried to suppress Sean Strickland as much as possible, and had a game plan the whole time, overwhelm him with value. Because Sean was, as much as his boxing was and his fighting was technical, yeah, he didn't really advance a lot. He was always on the back foot, and if you're always on the back foot, it always makes the other guy look better. So yeah, those are my opinions. Tell me what you thought of the fight, if you thought that Dricus deserved to win, or if you thought that Sean Strickland was cheated. I would love to hear your views on that. Please do like, subscribe as well, and I'll see you again in the next video.